Alright, so as you can see by the title, I'm finally going to tell the story time of when I went to a black stylist and she did not know how to do my hair. Very, very trying time for me, so let's get into it. Alright, so first things first. I was going to the salon to actually straighten my hair, I think for prom or graduation or something like that. I've only, in the entire time I've been natural, 5 years, I've only like straightened my hair twice. No, 3 times. One when it was entirely too short for me to be straightening it. The second time, I got it done by a lady who really knew her natural hair straightening techniques. Like, it was perfect. It lasted for like a month. And then I went to her. Okay, and we're gonna talk about her. Now, we're gonna name her, I wanna say Nancy. Let's do Nancy, because I like the way that rolls off the tongue. So I went to Nancy, and Nancy was someone who I'd actually been going to my entire life. Alright, not entire life, but since I moved to Georgia, she had been my family stylist, and she had been doing my perms, slaying them, you know, whipping that acid on my scalp and greasing it back. That was her. She was the one. And when I big chopped, of course I stopped going to her, like cold turkey, but of course my family still did, so whatever. For that time, I couldn't get the other lady who like knew her stuff, so I went ahead back to my old stylist because she was actually natural. She was actually natural. So I thought, okay, if I can't get my stylist who actually knows natural hair, let me go ahead back to my old one who used to perm my hair because she was natural, so of course she must know. But what I didn't really take into consideration was she was the kind of natural where she was like too B-ish, too C-ish. Like, she had very fine, uncurly straight hair. Like, she didn't have nappy, alright? She had like straight. And she'd always been natural. She told me she was natural. She took very great pride in it. It didn't occur to me that she wasn't really like nappy, like, you know, napified type natural hair. But I didn't find that out until I showed up. Now mind you, I called her ahead of time. I asked her, hey, do you know how to do natural hair? Because like I said, I stopped going to her once I big chopped, and at that time I think I was around my 3rd year mark, so I hadn't seen her in 3 years. She didn't know what kind of natural hair I had. She really hadn't even seen me, so I just called her and I said, hey, can you do any kind of natural hair? And she said yes. So my grandma, we hopped in the car, went down there. She of course picked through my hair, and I wasn't like a jerk. Like, I did what I could to detangle my hair, alright? So she's picking through my hair and she's like, alright, I can do this. I got this. I didn't see no sweat. I didn't see no nervousness. I didn't see anything change in her demeanor when she was picking through my hair. So I was like, okay, she really has this. She also charged me like $80, but well, that was the start price, was $80. Start price was $80 when we was on the phone. But anyways, she takes me to the back and she starts to wash my hair. Now, when I was perm, she used to wash the crud out of my hair. Like, it used to feel so good. She had all these cute little products. It was great. But I noticed when she was washing my hair, she was doing the same stuff she used to do when I had permed hair. At first, I didn't want to think too much of it because, mind you, I'm in high school, I'm young, I'm dumb. So I'm like, she's old. Why would I need to maybe give her tips on something she went to cosmetology school for? Let me just sit back and enjoy the ride. You know, maybe she's gonna clean this act up a little bit. But she's over here just scrubbing the heck out of my hair, you know, tangling it all up, just doing all kinds of weird massage motions with my curls. And I'm like, all right, you know, you can do that if you want to. If you got the detangling skills, it's all up to you. So when it comes time to putting the conditioner in my hair, she's of course doing the shaky scratch tangle method that, you know, she does. And she takes this regular comb. Now, I'm not saying nothing because I have conditioner in my hair, so in theory, it could work out. But it's not ideal. So she's taking this comb and she's combing my curls. Now here's the thing about my hair, as you can see, it's thick. Like, I got thick hair. So when you put my hair in a little comb, it's a lot to deal with. So she's combing and she's combing and she's starting to realize that this is taking forever and she's not really getting anywhere. So she doesn't say anything. She doesn't ask me maybe, okay, how do you detangle your hair, blah, blah, blah. She starts kind of like panicking, I guess you could say. She's like combing harder and harder and she's like, oh gosh, I don't know what's going on. Oh man. And she's just saying little stuff like that. Like she's just like, oh god, I don't know if this is a lot. You got some thick hair, girl. You know that when you got thick hair, people just doing your hair and they're like, ooh girl, you got some thick hair. Ooh. Like they really trying to tell you they're about to quit, but they trying to get that coin, so they keep pushing through. But there's another lady in the salon who actually does natural hair. And she has the little Denman brushes and she has all these kitty brushes to help. So she goes to her and she's like, hey, do you have anything? I'm looking at her whispering, honestly. So she's over here talking to her like, hey girl, do you got something that maybe will detangle this girl's hair? Like it's really nappy, blah, blah, blah. And the lady, she don't even say nothing. She just goes in her little stash and pulls out a little Denman brush and is like, here. She takes it, comes back, starts breezing through my hair like butter. I'm like, okay, we had a hang up. She got it together. Please, please let my curls live through this salon visit. So she dries my hair. Mind you, after she detangled, let me let y'all know what she did. She detangled and then grabbed a regular towel and then starts to like shake my hair and just rub the towel all over her good hard work. So I didn't say nothing. I was like, okay, again, maybe it's something in the technique that I don't know, okay? So she brings me to the chair and we sit down and she's getting ready to detangle after she just tangled all my hair. So whatever. She gets, instead of trying to like detangle with a Denman brush or anything like that or try to keep my hair wet, because by this time she's already done sucked all the moisture out of my hair and tangled it back up, she gets a blow dryer with the little attachment with the comb. I was really hoping that this was gonna go well. I really was. Because I know my brother, he has natural hair too and he uses that. He broke all of the combs off of it. So I was getting real nervous because I was like, if she break all the combs off, that ain't my fault. So she's grabbing it and she's sectioning off my hair and you know, it feels good. Like it feels like it's no problem. She's actually like moving like butter through my hair. So I'm like, okay. It was something in the technique. I start to relax a little bit. Keep in mind, I've never blow dried my hair. Even the lady who had straightened my hair beforehand, the one I was telling you that knows natural hair, she had never blow dried my hair. She would twist my hair up and then sit me under a hooded dryer. But she wouldn't blow dry it and stretch it with the little attachment. So I was like, okay, you know, another new technique I don't know about. So she's blow drying and then she gets through with my entire hair and then I hear, oh crap. Like she literally says, oh crap. I thought maybe she dropped the comb or maybe one of the things popped off or maybe she was on her cell phone and heard some bad news. That's what I thought. But she spins me around and then goes, so does your hair normally get this big? Mind you, at that point I was at my 3-year mark. Like right now, look at this fro. This fro is about maybe a year and a half, maybe some year and a half and a lot of change, maybe even like 2 years. I was at my 3-year mark. My hair was literally like that big. My fro was huge and it was blown all the way out. And all she did, like she literally, when I told her, I was like, I didn't know it got that big. She smacks her head and is like, oh God. So then she re-wets my hair and then twists it up. So then I gotta go through that. She twists it back up and then she puts me under the hooded dryer and then I come back out. Now by this time, we're the only ones really in the shop. Like I came after school, which was around like 4 o'clock. So we're really the only ones in the shop now. It's like going on 9 o'clock and she still hasn't straightened my hair. So I'm sitting there and she brings me out from under the dryer. And and starts to like unwrap some of my twists and then starts to comb them. By this time she's really given up because she said F the Denman brush, F the comb. She grabs a paddle brush and just starts scraping the crap out my hair and my skin. She's just like combing the crap out of my hair. Like I can tell she's done as F. I felt really bad, but at the same time I also felt if you didn't know how to do natural hair, instead of saying, oh yes girl, I got you, I know how to do it, you should have said, I've never done natural hair like nappy hair before, but we can try it out. But she didn't say that. So that's not really, I don't want to say it's not my problem, because it was definitely my problem when I was sitting in that chair. But she didn't say that. So we're sitting there, she's just angrily combing the crap out of my hair, and she goes in and starts just flat ironing it all. And honestly, it came out, the flat iron came out nice. It came out nice, but just not as nice as the lady who knows how to do natural hair. It came out nice, but since I can tell she was rushing it because the detangle process was just so real, I can tell that she was over it, she was done, and she was ready to get her money and to kick me out of her shop. So she rushed through straightening my hair, and then I think like maybe 2 days later was supposed to be the event I was going to. 2 days later, my ends had poofed back up. My hair was basically looking a little bit fried. My hair was really just done. I was really disappointed because I had never been to a stylist who didn't know how to do my hair. Like that just dumbfounded me. It was like, hey, if you don't know how to do natural hair, why would you not tell me? Like if that had been today, where I'm, you know, a little bit older and I felt like, well, not a little bit older and a little bit more secure in my natural hair and what to do with it, how to detangle it, I would have stopped her cold turkey, and I would have hopped up out the chair and been like, look, I'll detangle it and you just worry about straightening it, or I'm gonna go to somebody else. Cause I was just I was just so dumbfounded. Like when I got in the car with my grandma, and y'all know my grandma does not play about natural hair. She is not a fan. She is not a fan of the fro. So when I got into the car and I told her how she treated me and what happened and everything, my grandma was even very disappointed. She didn't even like it. She was like, you mean I paid all this money to see your hair back straight and this is how she's gonna do you? She was like, oh hell no. And just to let you know, like I said, I mentioned earlier, she charged $80 for a wash and a straighten and a style. $80. By the time we was done, I watched her and my grandma, you know, interact with the money. By the time we was done, she straight up went to my grandma and was like, cause my grandma, she's very nice. She'll tip way over when it comes to her hair. She literally went to the stylist and was like, okay, how much? Even though I told my grandma how much, I would have just gave her the $80 and walked off. But my grandma, being the nice woman she is, was like, how much? And the lady, the stylist, was like, it'll be $100. Now I was sitting there looking like, we was on the phone and you said 80. Is there an upcharge because of how nappy my hair is, or how you really didn't have the training to be doing natural hair but you wanted your coin anyway? Like why is it 80 now? And I wish, oh my gosh, if that had been my coin and just me by myself, I wish she would have charged me $100. Now my grandma paid it and even tipped her like always, and that's when I really learned that I am not into salons. For me, hair is not that serious to really go to a salon. What I might do is go to a natural hair salon just to see the experience, but to be going every week like I used to go every 2 weeks, I'm not about that lifestyle. I'm not a fan of it. So I learned from that experience that I'd rather buy the products myself and get it done myself, or go to a natural salon, like specifically natural salon, not a Dominican salon, not an African salon, a straight natural hair salon, okay? Because Dominicans and Africans all have a stigma with natural hair. Like regular African Americans aren't the only ones who have a tough time dealing with people who have natural hair. Like they have it too. So not every black person, not every person of color knows how to do natural hair. So if you're going to go to a salon, save your coin, do the smart thing, and go to a natural salon. Unless you have a stylist who actually knows how to do your hair. In that case, if you have a stylist that knows how to do your hair, by all means keep them, honey, because they are a one of a kind. Because out here I'm hearing people putting perm in the conditioner. I got some stylists who don't know how to do natural hair after they said they knew how to do natural hair. It's crazy out here. You better take your stylist and run, because junk is getting real out here in the natural hair salon hair care world. Alright? Now I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. I didn't really enjoy reliving it. Oh, I hate that time. Because when I tell you, when I got to the event, I was supposed to be looking cute. I was supposed to be looking fresh to death and sexy and lovely and fresh. But when I got there, I was looking busted. I was looking hair fried. I was looking like garbage, okay? That's not what I wanted. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story time. Definitely share this video and comment down below if this has ever happened to you. I'm curious, because part of me feels like I'm the only one, but I know that that can't possibly be true. So comment down below your personal experience with going to a salon who did not know how to do natural hair. I want to know how y'all actually handled the situation, okay? Did you just up and get out the chair like you better not touch me with that rat tail comb? I'm curious. Now don't forget to thumbs up this video. I really want to see this video get high up in the likes, alright? And I will see you in my next one. Peace out.